I am an immigrant. I went to school in this country, I was raised in this country, and Americans are delusional. Not just as it relates to the plight of the average immigrant, but Americans are delusional as to how great their country actually is and why people sacrifice their lives to come here. It is not.
Wait, did she say she was legal or did she just say that she was an immigrant? Let me replay that because I just got to double check, right?
I am an immigrant.
So she just said that she was an immigrant. All right, so this is what we had. Because usually when people are legal, they say, I'm a legal immigrant in the United States of America. They don't necessarily just say, I'm an immigrant. So I just want to be clear. And so we got to make some assumptions based off of what's not said and what is said.
I went to school in this country, I was raised in this country, and Americans are delusional. Not just as it relates to the plight of the average immigrant, but Americans are delusional as to how great their country actually is and why people sacrifice their lives to come here. It is not, in fact, because it's the greatest country in the world. No matter how much you're indoctrinated to believe this, it's actually false. But there is no immigrant.
Wait a minute. I'm so confused. She said we're delusional as to how great this country is. And then she said that it's not so great.
Americans are delusional as to how great their country actually is and why people sacrifice their lives to come here.
Okay, so she was saying it in jest. She's not necessarily saying it is great. She's saying that America is not that great, but people are sacrificing their lives to come here anyway. And I'm guessing that that's what she's going to describe.
It is not, in fact, because it's the greatest country in the world. No matter how much you're indoctrinated to believe this, it's actually false. But there is no immigrant who comes to America if they didn't have to. I know a lot of you think that we love strip malls and school shootings, but believe it or not, the citizens who come from these countries that you guys love to vacation to give up everything to come to this country. My grandma left her 6 children in Jamaica so that she can come to America for better opportunities, not just for herself, but for her entire family. And so she came to New York City to be a live-in nanny to other people's children. And throughout the 50 years that she lived in America, what she wanted the most was to eventually return to her country. And by the time she had saved up all of her money, got her pension, and built her house back in Jamaica, she was only able to enjoy a few years back in her home until she died. She literally gave up her entire life to be here for her entire family. And the same goes for my mom, who sacrificed and gave up so much just so she can come here and.
Is that supposed to be our problem, that you want to use our resources in order to be able to retire comfortably back where you were? That doesn't sound like an American problem. That sounds like a you problem. And I think that y'all should spend more time focusing on making your country great instead of taking the resources out of the United States of America.